What is going on YouTube? It is your boy Sir Jorge the Great bringing you the final battle of our battle pool for the Spring Slam 2019. So this is a battle. This is a battle why I decided to make separate battles for each battle. Not only for ad revenue, because I totally make ad revenue at 20 subscribers, but anyways, because this was actually a pretty funny battle. So for this battle, we are facing off KC and his team. So on the screen, right in this lovely green, it's in between green and blue. It's a teal. Anyways, we see that KC has Mega Mawile, Renew Nicholas, Rotom Heat, Deontay, Lucario, Vaporeon, Deolin, Sandslash, and Snorlax. So my first impression is that he has a very slow team, and it looks like he's going to rely on setting up Trick Room. So I sort of have two thoughts in mind. I was like, I can either match him in Trick Room, or I can just stop Trick Room. And I thought the latter was a bit easier. So when I was looking at his team, I noticed his fastest thing was the Lucario at 90 speed, I believe. That's what it hits. Second to Rotom Heat, which hits 86. But yeah, so that was his team. In terms of what he could bring, I saw the Mega Mile, I saw the Renew, I saw the Rotom Heat, I saw the DNC coming. Lucario possibly. You know, he could honestly bring anything. And it was pretty good. That's a pretty well run draft in my opinion. Just slow. They relied on Trick Room. But yeah, with that in mind, let's get over our team. So there's a reason why I'm going down, up, and if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, there's a reason why. Anyways, so the first one we're gonna mention is Lucas the Gavantula with the Choice Specs, Compound Eyes, Bug Buzz, Thunder, Full Switch, and Giga Drain. Max Special Attack, Max Speed with the Modest Nature. So like I said before, he has a very slow team, and Gavantula, remember, this relies a lot on me not being in Trick Room, but which allowed me to just run a lot more investment in an offense rather than defense, which is why we're modest, because we're just outspeeding Lucario. But yes, again, this is to hit things really hard and just dent some things in. Next up, we have Orochimaru, the Superior, with the Metronome, actually. Leaf Seed, Substitute, Knockoff. We're Modest, Max Special Attack, enough speed to outspeed a Jolly / timid Lucario, and the rest is just HP. So, my goal is just to click Substitute, Leech whatever comes in, and then start hitting Leaf Storms, because with the Metronome, it's going to start racking up, and with the contrary ability, that damage is going to increase severely, which is nice. This is the only battle I do bring Orochimaru to. I think I should have brought him into my other matches, but that doesn't matter at this point. Next up, we have Furkage, the Greninja. Now with the Splash Blade, with the Torrent ability, U-Turn, Water Shuriken, Dark Pulse, and Surf. The reason why I'm bringing Splash Blade is to sort of trick my opponent into thinking I'm a Choice Spec when I click Surf or Water Shuriken. I've seen other people bring plates. I honestly don't see the point of plates until I see how well they can actually do. If you watched my battle against Berditto, he actually brought a Iron Plate Scizor, and I thought he was Choice Banded, which was cool. So I want to sort of have that same mentality in mind. But yeah, we're Modest, Max Special Attack, just enough speed to outspeed the Greninja, and the rest is in HP, which makes us really bulky, which is nice. Next up, we have Montoya, the Cobalion, with the leftovers. Full Switch, Flash Cannon, Stealth Rock, and Taunt. We're a bit more specially defensive this week. We're actually specially defensive overall. Max HP, and then 240 in special defense with the plus nature in special defense, and then minus attack. So this is my way to stop Trick Room with a Taunt. So the idea is to go switch Cobalion against the Renew Nicholas and click Taunt to stop the Trick Room from happening, setting up my rocks, and then just full switching out and going to something that's more effective against it. And then Flash Cannon for stab. I almost brought a physical set, but I thought, why? What's the phrasing of this? It wouldn't be as like I'd have to like move my IVs around, my EVs around, and it was just way too complicated. And I was like, you know what, just make it simple. We'll make it special, which is fine. Uh, Next up we have Sir Eggy, uh, the boy, the legend, the alone executor with the choice specs, Frisk, Least from Draco Meteor, Flamethrower, and Giga Drain. We are max HP, mod max special attack, and just like the other Sir Eggies I brought over the last two battles, this is just to dent things around. And recently I've just realized that, I really didn't know how to use a little executor, but using him in these battles, using him in other battles, I've realized how he can actually be used, and I like him a lot. I think he fits my playing style really well, besides being a god. And now this is the moment you guys have been waiting for. This is the set that it was just like my set for Maka, uh, and it evolved in the same mod with WALL-osand, or Kojito Bando, the WALL-osand, leftovers, water compaction, earth power, skill swap, shore up, and toxic. Uh, we're max HP, bold, 224 in defense, and then 32 in special defense. So what the idea is here is if it brings Vaporeon, which he probably does. In fact, he does. But the idea here is if I had go into WALL-osand, he probably goes into Vaporeon, and I'll just click skill swap. And the idea is I'll skill swap his water absorb, and he can't do anything to me. And so I have enough special defense. So suppose that I don't, click skill swap on the first go, and he scalds me. I live. I get a +2 in my special defense, and then I just click skill swap, get that water absorb ability. So if he goes again, then I can just heal up. So the 32 special defense again is for me to live a +2. No, not +2. A max modest Scald from Vaporeon, and then Toxic Earth Power just for coverage. I was about to bring Shadow Ball, but I went with Earth Power instead because I think it does a little bit more damage. But yeah, guys, that is the team of this battle against KC. Let's get into the battle. Alrighty, guys. So as you can see on the screen right here, he brought the Mega Mawile, the Renew Eclipse, the Snorlax, the Rotom Heat, the Vaporeon, and the Lucario. So, I was like, what can I lead with? And I think I lead with one of my Pipmons. No, actually, it was Kojiro Bondo. So here, I really wanted to click skill swap, but I decided not to. I believe I go. What did I go for? I go for the shore up, expecting like a overheat. He goes for the Scald. I live it because that's how I set it up. And here I got to click skill swap. So now it's just like this is where the fun begins essentially. So he goes for the Scald. I get my +2 defense, which is actually way better than what I initially planned. I forgot that I get that +2 in special defense. But yes, and then next turn he goes for Hydro Pump, and he actually told me that he meant to click Shadow Ball at this point, which would have killed Kojiro Bando. But he goes for the Hydro Pump. It heals me up by 25%. And at first I was very confused. I was like, what's going on? And then he mentions me about him being just Shadow Ball, and so I was like, oh damn, that's a shame. So I clicked Toxic just to whittle down the Vaporeon. Sorry, I clicked the Earth Power just to whittle the thing down. He goes for a Curse, and I'm like, oh god, no. And I realized I have +2 defense, so it doesn't really matter. So here I'm just whittling him down. He goes for the Ice Punch, which does 24%. So, if I wasn't that +2 defense, I could have, somehow still managed to come out victorious. I just would click short more often. He would die a bit slower. And then he eats his Papa Berry, which tells me he's thick fat. But yeah, so basically what's going to be happening. I go for Shore Up. Again, this is just, there's not much he can do at this point. And then Kojiro Bando gets his first kill, and we're actually up to full. He goes into Lucario, goes for the bullet punch, which I was a bit surprised by. I thought he would go for a dark type move, but he doesn't. Goes for the bullet punch. Does absolutely nothing to me because I have that +2 defense. He's life 4, but I guess to knock him out. So Coach Bondo gets his second kill, and we're pretty much at full. He goes for Nicholas. I go for the toxic. Now he could have been like, what could have he been? He could have been looking for the word. Magic Guard, I believe is what it is. Yeah, Magic Guard, making him invulnerable to the toxic. He goes for the Z Trick Room, which was what I was supposed to stop, but you know things change. So he goes for the side shock. If he brought psychic, that would have done a lot more to me. But since I had that +2 defense and I was mostly physically defensive, it does absolutely nothing to me. And so it also means that he does not have Shadow Ball, which was a big surprise. And the Earth Power is about 30%, and you know he really can't do anything to me right now. I go for the Earth Power again, and we're basically get to kill the Renewiclus here. I believe I just show up here. Yeah, I just show up just to gain some health back. And then he goes for the... He dies, and then he goes into Tooth Fury. Hits Mega Mawile. I just click Earth Power because I'm still in Trick Room. He goes for SD, which is very scary. But again, I'm +2 defense. He goes for Sucker Punch, doesn't do anything to me. And I just go for the kill. And I'm up to 52%. He goes Easy Bake, and I just stay in. I think I actually go for Earth Power, so that was a pretty dumb. Nothing happened in that turn. I could have short up, honestly. Here I go for the Toxic. Toxicing his Vaporeon. And then here I'm like, okay, he can't kill me. And then he gets, for Ice Beam. Go for the short up. So that's a winning battle right now. So it's like, there's no way he can beat me. And then he gets a crit Ice Beam, which is fine. We could have 6-0'd him, but I'm not too mad. I get to go into my Gavangela, and I get to kill this thing. I actually kill him with Full Switch, which I was surprised by. I thought he would have lived. I actually get to go into Sir Eggy here, and the best moment in the entire draft is this double miss. Actually, it's this turn afterwards. He goes for the overheat, and then I get to click Draco Meteor and just knock him out. So, your boy Sir Eggy, the Alone Executor, gets his first kill ever with me, and I am pumped. So we beat KC 5-0. WALL-osand just wrecks his team. Again, if KC would have brought Shadow Ball, this battle would have been different, but unfortunately he did not. And so that really just threw him off completely, and allowed WALL-osand just to literally eat up his team. But yeah, I know, guys, I won by hacks. I think things would have been differently, but you know, I'm gonna take this win. You know, I need a W, you know, occasionally. So I know this may not be the best way of winning, but it is still winning at the end of the day. So I apologize, KC, about this, man. You know, but I'm just happy that one of my funky sets actually worked out. With that in mind, with all three of my battles done, we are moving on to the next round. That is right, your boy Sir Jorge D. Great is moving on to the next round. That's not going to be until the 22nd, when all the battles are due. But we are moving on, boys and girls. And also, we made admin for John Jr. So shout out to John Jr. Shout out to all his admin team. You know, Hacker, Zombie, who's now commissioner. I said that before. George, Hacker, Undead. No, Undead. Oops. Anyways, guys, yeah, we get to move on, and Sir Eggy gets a kill. Hit that like down below if you are hyped that Sir Eggy got a kill. Comment down below, Sir Eggy, if you are proud of him getting his kill. Look at him, he is so happy. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end this video here, and I'm gonna catch you guys next time. This is so pretty great. Make sure you praise the word of Alone Eggy. Alrighty, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.